So you've got an employee going on long-term leave and you want to suspend their access to Google Workspace while they're on leave. It sounds easy enough, but the worst thing you can do is rush into this action. There's a bit more to it than just suspending the employee and blocking their login. You also need to consider whether you'll need access to their files and or email history while they're away, and decide whether you want to still receive emails that are sent to that employee's address while their account is suspended. Don't worry if that all sounds a bit overwhelming. I'm going to go through exactly how to retain that access step by step and how to successfully suspend and reactivate an employee in today's video. Hi, this is Priya from That Online Stuff, and I help small business owners with usable and practical advice for their Google Workspace setup. All right, so the first step is to decide whether you or someone else in the company needs access to the employee's email history and or documents while they are on leave. If you do, then you'll need to transfer those emails before you suspend them. Let's get into the migration process. Firstly, you will need the password for the person whose emails you are transferring. The easiest way to do this is to log into your admin console and change the user's password, and then take a copy of it. By default, it's impossible to tell which emails have come from the original user, so I highly recommend, before starting this process, applying a label to the source user's emails that can indicate where those emails have come from. Now go to Data, Data Import and Export, and Data Migration. Depending on when you view this video, there may or may not be two migration features here. At the time of recording, the best version to use is Set Up Data Migration. Click on Select a Migration Source and choose Gmail. Oddly enough, you don't want to choose Google Workspace. That appears to only work if you're migrating from an external Google Workspace account, not from an internal user. Scroll down and click on Start. Choose the start date and what migration options you'd like to have. Click on Select Users. Now click on Add User. In Source Email, type in the email of the source user, the person whose emails you are transferring, and click on Authorize. You'll now need to log in as that person via a separate tab and authorize the transfer. Scroll down and enter the email address of the destination user. Now click on Start. You can keep this tab open to keep track of the migration process, or close it, it's entirely up to you. While the emails are transferring, you can start working on ensuring you keep access to the employee's files by putting them into a shared drive. So the first thing you need to do is log in as the administrator, go to your Google Drive and create a new shared drive. Naming it with the employee's name is a useful way to find it again. Provide access to the employee as well as anyone else that might need access to those files. Now it's time to transfer the files across, and there's 3 ways this can be done. You can get the employee to transfer everything into the shared drive themselves before they leave, log in as the employee and transfer the documents yourself via the web or by using Drive for Desktop. This is my favorite option, and I'll go through the steps on how to do this in a minute. The final way is to use Google Apps for Manager, known as GAM, if you're a more technically minded small business owner. I'm not going to go into that method in this video, but leave a comment if you'd be interested in learning more about GAM and its uses for small businesses. Okay, so transferring documents into shared drives on the web is the same whether it's the employee or you doing the transferring. Just drag and drop the documents or move them using the file menu. Obviously, if there's a lot of files, this can get old very fast, which is why I prefer using Drive for Desktop. If you don't already have Drive for Desktop installed on your local machine, then do that now. Then follow the steps here to add a new account to the Drive for Desktop installation. If you already have Drive for Desktop installed, then you'll want to go to Preferences to first add a new account. Once you've added your account details, you can drag and drop the files from the Employees My Drive to the shared drive using the normal desktop folder structure. Regardless of how you transfer the files, once they're in the shared drive, they're accessible to anybody with permission to access that folder, which is very handy once the employee has left for their extended break. Alright, now that you've transferred your files, check that the emails have finished migrating. If they have, the final decision is whether you want to keep receiving emails for that email address. If you do, keep watching, otherwise skip ahead to the part where we suspend the user. So the first thing you're going to have to do is set up a group in groups.google.com. Just select all the defaults and create the group. You're now going to go to your admin console and to your user list under Directory and Users and add the archived or suspended user to that new group. Okay, so what you're going to do now is you're going to click on Apps, Google Workspace and Gmail. Click on Default Routing and then Configure, change to Group Membership and select the group that you've just set up. Then scroll down and change envelope recipient and enter the email address for somebody who will be now receiving these emails. And now when somebody emails that archived user, the email will be sent to the new email address. And now it is finally time to suspend your employee's access. To do this, go to the users list in your admin console and click to the right of the employee's name. Click on Suspend User and then refresh the web page. The employee will be automatically suspended and won't be able to log in at all. To reactivate the user for any reason, including their return to work, go back to the users list in your admin console and click to the right of the employee's name. Click on Reactivate User and then refresh the web page. The employee's access will be automatically reinstalled, but if they've been away for a while or if you change the password in their absence, you'll probably want to reset the password and send it to them at the same time. And that's it. You now know what to look out for when suspending a user and how to successfully retain access to documents and emails while they're away. Thanks for watching. I hope this video was of assistance to you, and remember, subscribe and hit the notification bell to get more Google Workspace information specifically designed for small business owners.